We're going to send out letters to all of the insurance companies involved, letting them know that our client is represented by counsel, that all communication related to this incident should go through our office. That way, we are taking those insurance industry hassles off of our client's plate so they can focus on healing and have the peace of mind of knowing that they're not saying the wrong thing or signing the wrong thing while they're healing.
RSH Legal has a reputation for being aggressive litigators. They're not afraid to try cases, and I know insurance companies or whoever the other party may be in the case, they're aware of that, and that is very helpful when it comes to getting cases settled.
Right after a major accident, like a semi-crash or any sort of commercial motor vehicle crash, people are focused on their physical well-being. Can they get the medical attention that they need? Can they stop the pain? How is this going to stop me from working? Am I going to be able to make it without these paychecks? That then evolves into how am I going to live my life? If they don't heal completely, and during the course of having all of these realizations, they're dealing with an insurance company who they realize is probably not looking out for their best interest.
He made it so easy, and he made me feel heard, and he made me feel comfortable. He made my whole family feel comfortable. Any questions that we had were answered in a very timely manner. There was no wait or confusion about really anything. I feel like that's important, especially when you're going through the motions of an accident or death.
In a commercial vehicle case, the very first thing that we're doing is sending out an evidence preservation letter by certified mail so that any records, any electronic data is going to be preserved. Also, if the vehicle is still not repaired, we're asking for a right to examine it immediately and do a download. So that's the first step, is evidence preservation. We are then going to reach out to law enforcement, find out whatever they have and make requests for their investigation files. We are going to start researching the company or the entity from whatever information we can get from any public filings.
RSH Legal is my number one go-to for personal injury, work comp, employment-related matters, because they have the knowledge and the expertise.
I don't know anything about court. It's not my profession. And he was reassuring every time we spoke. They were very fact-driven. I can't stress how easy it was to let them do what they do.
There's things that people don't understand about the insurance industry that they need to know immediately. Before you file the lawsuit, all you know is that a commercial motor vehicle has the minimum amount of insurance required by federal law. And so if it is a vehicle that's governed by federal regulations, the law says you have to have $750,000 in insurance coverage, which obviously doesn't begin to compensate somebody in a death case. So if you're trying to negotiate pre-suit, you have to look at other things like do research into the size of the company, how many trucks they have, and using that, you can get a rough idea of probably how much more insurance they have based upon the size of the company. Then when you file a lawsuit, you actually get access to their insurance information. And so you know exactly how much insurance they have. In terms of medical bills, what we try to do is make sure that those bills are being submitted to whatever insurance company should be paying them. If somebody has health insurance, the first place you should be submitting your medical bills, even related to an accident, is to health insurance. If you were on the job at the time, they should be submitted to work comp. If you have disability insurance, then we want to make sure that you're submitting the appropriate claim there. So we are trying to make sure that everything is being paid by the entity that should be paying it. And then we're also keeping track of what they're paying so that we can make sure that your settlement covers everything that's been paid out on your behalf and also covers all your additional losses.
RSH Legal and Tim, they're professional. They're experienced, they're efficient, and they're very client oriented. They're always there with their client every step of the way. They are genuinely involved and concerned and desirous of getting the client the best result.
Whenever there's a commercial vehicle case, there's been a corporate decision to put somebody behind the wheel. When they hire me, I'm going to dig deep into their driving history to find out if there were any red flags that the company missed or ignored before they gave that person the keys.
I feel like his process was he wanted to take care of as much as he could without involving us. He just wanted to make sure that he could do all that he could before reaching out. It was very thoughtful, honestly.
The way they present themselves and their action they took to get things started and just take control of things, it was definitely more than just an attorney-client situation. I feel it was definitely more personable, and they're very respectful about all of our needs too, so I appreciate it.
The insurance industry knows that they can pay less on a claim if they can drag it out longer. And the reason why is because people will often give up and just accept whatever their last offer is.